Hi guys, myself Ankita. In this video, we show you another problem on LeetCode. Island perimeter. So you're given a matrix grid rows into columns representing a map where grid of I comma j equal to 1 if it's representing land and the grid of I comma j will be 0 if it is representing water. So if it is land then 1, if it is water then it is 0. So grid cells are connected horizontally or vertically but not diagonally, and grid is completely surrounded by water and there is exactly one island. So in the given matrix, there are exactly one island and they are connected horizontally or vertically, but not diagonal. The diagonal they are not connected. So island doesn't have lakes, meaning the water inside isn't connected to water. So around the island. So one cell is a square with side length of 1 and grid is rectangular, width and height doesn't exceed 100. Determine the perimeter of the island. So what they mean is they have given the matrix and some columns are representing 1, some columns are representing 0. The columns which are representing 1 are nothing but the representing land. Columns representing 0 are representing the water. So they have said there will not be any column like water surrounded by land. No, that will be lake, right? If water is surrounded by land, that will be lake. No, that is not present. Only one island is present, and you have to determine the perimeter of that island. So in this case, perimeter will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 16 is the perimeter of the island and it is returning 16. So you could see 0, 1, 0, 0. In the first row, second column. Next, second row, all the first three columns, it is land. Then third row, second column is the land. Fourth row, first two columns are the land. So that is how you are represented. Now, how do we calculate the perimeter? So we know, so this is 0, 1, 0, 0, then 1, 1, 1, 0, then 0, 1, 0, 0. So at last 1, 1, 0, 0. So how do you calculate the perimeter of the island? So we will have a variable called count to calculate the perimeter, or count equal to 0 initially. So now check, we have to, as you know, in matrix usually we have to run for loops. So m representing row length, it will be 4 here, and n representing column length, so that will also be 4, 4 comma 4. So for I equal to 0 till I lesser than m, then for j equal to 0 till j lesser than n, and j plus plus I plus plus, that is normal for two for loops. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, and 0, 1, 2, 3. Now, initially what we will do is, see this is representing whether we will check whether the grid of I comma j, if it is equal to 1. If grid of I comma j is equal to 1, here it is equal to 1, no. But here, yes it is. Then you increment count by 4. So count plus equals to 4. Why? 4 is the perimeter. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll increment the count by 4. You know this is sharing, this won't be a perimeter, but that we will consider it later. But for now, let's say the count is equal to 4, that is 4 sides of the given box, that is perimeter will be 4. Next, this will be 0, this will be 0, this won't be counted because grid is not equal to 1 here. When you come here, again grid will be equal to 1. So here also count will be incremented by 4. So this is 4 and this is also 4. Okay. Next, coming to here. When you come here, count will be also 4. But you could see these two are sharing, right? These two are sharing. Now we will, what we will do? We will subtract this. How do we subtract this? So for that we have to check first grid of I comma j is equal to 1. If it is equal to 1, we increment the count by 4. Next we check whether the column present above to the given column. So this is the column present above to that is this, and the row present left to this is this. If these are representing land, if these are representing 1, so column present to this means it will be j minus 1. So grid of I comma j minus 1, and the row 1 row back to that grid of I minus 1 comma j, if it is equal to 1. And for this to happen, what if the column is here, j minus 1 is present here? No, so here you have to say j should be greater than 0. not j, I should be greater than 0. I should be greater than 0, and here also j should be greater than 0. So here j should be greater than 0, here I should be greater than 0. See, if I is equal to 0, 0 is present. What if you do j minus 1? Yeah, 1 second. So this is I, this is j. Yeah, means this is j because you are doing j minus 1. Here it should be I. See, if j is already 0, if j is already 0, you cannot move back one column back here. So j should be greater than 0. If I is already 0, then you cannot move one row above. If this is a column, you cannot move above. So I should be greater than 0. If it is equal to 1, then you do count minus equals to 2. Here also count decrement by 2. So why 2, I'll tell you. So I'll just erase all this. So these two are the columns we consider. So here you have count as 4, here also you have count of 4. No? So once you go here you come, is there any column about to this or row about to this? There is a column beyond to this, but there is no row about to this. So this won't happen. If there is a column beyond to this, but this column doesn't have equal to 1. This is representing 0. This is what? So it doesn't matter. You don't have to check this. So okay, this parameter is considered, and this parameter is considered. But when you come to this column, here you could see the row above to this I minus 1 is equal to 1. It is 1, and I is greater than 0, of course. So this sharing, we have to subtract this. So we will do decrement by 1. So one perimeter counting for this, another perimeter counting for this. Alright, because we have incremented it by 4, right, for each two. So here it is 4, here it is 4. This will have one 4 perimeter, this is one 4 perimeter. And we have to cut down this now, means this has to be taken out, this has to be taken out. That will be a total count of 2. So that's why we are subtracting it by 2. Same thing happens for the column case as well. This is row subtracting. If this is a column, this will be 4 and this will be 4. This is sharing. We do not require this. So this should be cut down. This should be cut down because here, while taking into count of 4, this is taken into count. Here also in the 4, this is also taken. So subtracting 2. That is why we are decreasing by 2. So first you have to check whether the given column is 1 or not. If it is 1, then increment by 4. Then you check for the neighboring columns and rows. If neighboring column is 1, and you might say, we have taken this and this is subtracted, but what about this? So this will be taken care when you come to this column. So when you come to this column, here you check backward of this column. Above is water, so it doesn't matter. But beyond this column is 1. So here you would increment by 4. So this will be taken into account. And for this perimeter, this side, again this column will be, this box will taken into care. Here the above column, above row is land, so you here also you subtract by 2. That is how it works. So even given box is land, then you increment by 4. Then check for the neighboring column and row. So row means above row, column is before column. Like if the end, if it is end of the array, this will check for this and this. So that is how you solve the problem. If this is array, then you check this for this. So all the columns and rows are taken into count. Now we'll code this. So int m equal to grid dot length, then int n will be equal to the column. So that will, let's say, grid of 0 dot length. So next run the for int I equal to 0, I lesser than m, I plus plus. Again for int j equal to 0, j lesser than n, and j plus plus. If grid of I comma j equal to 1, then you do count plus equals to 4, and we will have int count here perimeter. So again you have to check for neighboring things. So if I greater than 0 and grid of I minus 1 comma j equal to 1, then count have to subtract. So count minus equals to 2. So subtract by 2. Again, check for the row as well, column as well. So if j greater than 0 and grid of I comma j minus 1 equal to 1, then count minus equals to, yeah. So at last you return the count. We will submit this. Okay, one thing we have missed over here. This if condition we have to do only if this becomes true. If this is true, then only we check for the neighboring cells. So here this we have to give that bracket, and inside that we have to paste the code. Got it? That's why it was showing the wrong ones. If this is a land, only then you check for the neighboring lands. Otherwise, you won't be checking for the neighboring lands. Okay, okay, this column I haven't given it correctly. Okay, now take this and shift over here. Yes, yeah. Yeah, successfully submitted. If you understood the problem, please do like the video and subscribe to the channel. We'll come up with other relaxation. Until then, keep learning. Thank you.